Do you have a dream, a goal you want to reach? Or are you perhaps busy being busy? We all have 24 hours. So, how do you invest your time? Are you time wise or is time slipping away, not even knowing? The good thing is that time is yours and you are the pilot in control. So, as I say, let's skip to the good part. Welcome to this episode where I will show you solutions to help you to be time wise, get to your goals faster, and thrive in everyday life. Today's topic is how can breaking through fear get you to your goals faster? Who am I? I am a certified efficiency expert and black belt in Lean Six Sigma. I've worked in big professional companies for decades and I'm a mum of four small kids. And today we have a guest. Welcome to Haig. He's a transformational life coach. You know what? He is in a book that just launched. It's called Permission to Flourish, Breaking Free from Fear. And it is #1 bestseller in 4 categories on Amazon. So welcome to you, Haig. Could you describe what is it you do?
Oh, thank you so much, Christina. And I just want to say I'm truly appreciative for you and just I love your energy. I love your vibe. And since so that people who don't know this, me and Christina are still some programs that we do together as well. And what I love about this amazing Miss Efficiency coach, she's always right on time. She always knows what to say, what to do. Like everything is punctual about her, and that's what when you want to create a leader. That's why they tell you when you want to create a team, you can't create a team of, let's say, 5 extroverts or 5 introverts. You always have to have like a team of people who each one has a different skill. So Christina always knows how to put everything into place, and like, this is your time, this is your time. Like I sometimes come with different strategies and skills. So what I love about these kinds of connections, you get to see and leverage from different skills and literally like strengths. And what I love most about Christina, she leverages these things and make you just feel much better and much stronger and know how to handle it. So speaking of which, Christina, I'm honestly, I'm so like in January, it was just a thought of someone telling me, how do you want to be part of our book? I'm like, hi, with the amount of time that I have and listening to you, like, Christina, time. But then I always remember you telling me it's all about what you do with this time. And yes, sometimes maybe last year the book wasn't on my best priority, but it was. So fast forward to now, I will tell you like and simply what I do right now. So now I'm currently a transformation life coach who literally supports young, ambitious, and passionate, because I love the word passionate, millennials. Millennials are like from the, I think, 81 to 96, 1996, who literally are just get unstuck from their current reality, to just break free from their limitations and discover the greatness, brilliance, and magnificence of what they truly are. Because I truly believe that everyone is good enough. Everyone has an amazing vision and mission and voice inside of them. And I just want to shed the light on those people to just spread the words and spread the vibes to the world. And my mission is to really help them take control of their lives, live life under their own terms, and really create purposeful and enriching journeys for themselves, because they can ripple effect to other people. Yeah. So that's the simplicity of what I, yeah, actually show up to.
And as you might hear, because this is a podcast, so some
Yeah.
people might just hear you, your voice, what words you use, passionate. You're amazing, Hake. And that energy rubs off on your clients and when you speak. So I am so thrilled to have you here.
I love
Talking about how to break free from fear to get to your goals faster. If a person, a millennium, has a goal, oh, and they may be fearful, oh, can I get there? Your book. Could you tell us something about the breaking free from fear? How do you do that to get to your goal?
To be honest, Christy, the thing is that people don't even know about fear. They do, like, we all have universal fears, and at each level, and each person's level, whether it was in relationships, in life, in finance, there's always going to be another level out there, because that's how we grow. We as human beings are just tended to grow and just connect. We can't stay in the same things, and we all know that, Christy. As Dean Graziosi always says, if we don't grow, we're dying. Literally, if we just don't climb down, we're going backwards. We never go still, because stuck, you can't hover around. It's just either up or down. So about the book, honestly, when they approached me, I really thought of what would be a good chapter to just write of one fear, of one scene of my life. And I remember at the time, I was so fixated and so indulged with this fear of judgment, fear of rejection. What would this person say? What would Christina say? Am I loving myself? Am I hating myself? Oh, if I do this, I was consistently just looking for approval instead of, like, I was just seeking for approval and permission. And let me tell you guys one thing that I would just justify, and I really want you to dig in. There is a big difference between asking for support and asking for permission. Because when you ask for permission or approval, meaning you're needing this negative energy of, if they say no, then oh, okay, it's no. And I was in that place. I was in that shoes 3, 4 years, 5 years ago. I was in the shoes of like just needing approval from this person, that person. And if they said no, oh shit, I fear judgment. Even at the simple, even if when it came to relationships, if this person told me, you can do better, I was like, all right. Even if I thought it was right. So ask for support, ask for some guidance, but never ask for permission, because God gave you, like me and Christy are wearing glasses right now, and this is the thing that Trent Shelton always says: God gave you this vision for you and not for anyone else. So if I gave Christy my glasses, she will never be able to see 100% clearly from my perspective. Everyone has a perspective. So ask for support. People who don't jump in or don't support you, it's their thing. But again, people sometimes not support you not because they don't like you, because they're also fearful and they don't know what's possible. So I would say, honestly, Christy, it's mostly about, we have that fear because we're afraid of not getting there. We have the fear of success, fear of judgment, and it's all tends to the fear of not good enough. About my book, I would say I strengthened the part of fear of judgment, fear of rejection, because I was in a part where one of my English he was an economic professor in the university, who said, like, hi, your English is horrible, not even terrible, it's horrible. And the words that he used was really struck me to my core. I was like, wow, you should evaluate me on my economics level, not on my English level. And so I wanted to share one thing that I don't know, maybe many people know about this, Christy. To the extent that when he told me this, I started, whenever I used to have presentations in school, which came to the fear of public speaking, I used to memorize word by word, not because of anything. Literally, I used to write, let's say, 30 pages of notes. I used to literally sit day and night, maybe a couple of hours, just to memorize word by word, only because I was fearing judgment. Imagine, I wasn't even thinking of, okay, would the professor like it? I was just afraid because I wanted to sound good to people. And now I would say the fears are literally like regret weighs much more than fear. So I would say for me, the section I wrote about fear is literally, it's all about fear. Like, fear can, we all know that it's false evidence appearing real, and you can
Yeah.
really face everything and rise, or fear everything and run. And yeah, it's the worst feeling, Christy, and people sometimes think they have time, but honestly, like, I have a couple of incidents with my grandma passing and everything else. My question always asks, like, imagine you're on your deathbed and you've lived this life, and you know that you've done nothing and you're just complaining and stuff, like, would that fear of regret way more than the fear we were facing? Because the fear that we're facing, which is fear of judgment and stuff, they're not even rational fears. And what's funny about it, all of us here right now are not going to be there in the next 100 years. Like, new generations are going to come, that we're all going to be in the same deathbed. So, like, why are we constantly struggling with showing up? And I'm not scary. It's scary. Nothing is not scary, but like, it's just about getting that one step and one step and one step, and then we can start playing with it. That's how it goes. Because I can tell you, growth is much better, much nicer than, like, I would rather just hear every day and just take action, rather just saying and living in that sucks. So I would say, yeah, it's a big thing.
Hank, you have a really good point about being on your deathbed and looking back. What would I regret not have done? But if your target group is millennials, young people, it can be hard for those to think so far ahead. I have my life in front of me. So it's not that easy to think
Definitely.
ahead, because when people get older, they get more experience naturally, and then it can be easier to, oh yeah, I might regret that. So, but you have a good point. What would you regret not having done? As
Mm,
a former perfectionist myself, oh, am I good enough? the fear of judgment. You're really hitting the point of so many people having that, oh, I'm not good enough. There are a lot of books out there in the world about being worthy. Am I worthy of this? So it's about loving yourself and say, you are unique. And yes, hey, you have an accent, you still do. And I love it because that is something that gives you your uniqueness. So it's sometimes about reframing what you're doing. Is it good or bad? Because we can always improve. Even the best can improve and do even better.
100%, totally agree. And
So,
that's
what
why
were the tips you did for yourself? How did you get over the fear of judgment and go ask for support?
yeah, like it's so funny for me, and which I highlight in the book. And yeah, like what I love about this book especially is because there are like 11 authors, and it's not like in a book for someone just wrote, like each one of us wrote about a chapter in their lives where the fear was hitting them or was haunting them and how they overcame it. And that's why I was so happy. Like I just read beautiful co-authors saying, and the people who managed it were beautiful as well. I would say for me, it was one question that changed the whole thing for me, which I also added in the chapter, and it was Dingler Azusi when he asked, and it was a YouTube ad actually. It was so funny enough when a question popped up along the lines of, what if in the next 5 years you stayed in the exact same position you are in right now? And how would that look like knowing that nothing has changed for you? And it was in that moment, Christy, I think, I was like, wow, I don't want to waste another 5 years of my life. I don't want to just waste another 5 years just sitting behind the table and imagining or making busy being busy. And for what? Like time is just running. If not now, then when? And I think when you get to the point where you be being sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you know you've got to change. And it's funny enough, Christy, because sometimes in life people don't change until the pain of staying the same is worse than changing. Like literally, to go to the dentist, you would never go to a checkup unless you have scheduled. But when you two start taking, oh shit, let me go to this dentist. The same thing in life. We don't do anything until literally we have a wake up call. And for me, it took a long time, but for me, this one question from Dean changed the whole thing. That's why for me now, I'm an advocate for a power of one. I would definitely say one question, one live, one podcast, which we're doing, one perspective, one call, one session, one presentation can ultimately change your life's direction. And I totally agree in just being open-minded and listening to other people because it's crazy. And one of the things that helped me with honesty, as far as fear of judgment, is when I thought about when I started coaching as well, and I thought about, wow, if only I did was help one person out. That's what I needed. One person. Again, the power of one, yes. And honestly, it's just because I'm sure I would like if you know there was a person suffering in silence and next to you and you know you have the strategy and you know have the things that can help them out, why wouldn't you help them out? And if you do, you know how much their life would change. So that's where it started kicking in me like, okay, let them judge me. It's not about I don't care anymore, but it's about I'm focusing on people, on just getting my message out there. I'm not gonna be the perfect person. We're all gonna judge each other. So, but eventually, if I just made a change in the world, that's what I know. And plus, people who judge are judging themselves. That's the thing. Like they didn't get to that mindset of, okay, wow, let me just hear this person what they say. So I would say for me, it was about the small steps and just taking the first step. Because that first step, the first thing you do, just getting started is a hard step, then things will start flowing. Then I would say one thing as well, 80% of the people I thought they would judge me, they actually were supporting me. So it's all in our head. It's all in our head. We're just
How did you
creating
find that
stories and
out? How did
scenarios.
you find out they were supporting you?
I wouldn't say 100% supporting me, but I would say people liking, people commenting, people telling me like, wow, this comment made so much sense to me. Thank you so much for showing up. Whenever they saw me, man, you're doing such an amazing job. I was like, wow. And I thought that this person would trust me. And at the end, they're asking about my program. Like, wow, that's what was the evidence. Oh, okay, wow, I'm doing something amazing. Plus, another thing I would say, you can't be loved by everyone and you will never love everyone. So if I connect with Christy, I connect with Christy. Sometimes Christy's message would just tend for me to hear it, but sometimes maybe I'll tell you, oh, Christy maybe connects with another person, and it's okay because everyone has their own cup of tea. So like we can never love each person as well, but it's who you connect with, who you resonate with, who you find the message with. But I would say one of the things that really helped me as well is surrounding yourself with people who understand you, who feel you, who know that next level, who want you to dream big, who wanna lift you up, who want to just drag you like in all those uncomfortable spaces and not the comfort zone. That's where like the fear dissipates and you know that, oh wow, I have support, I have this, I have that. So I would say, yeah, it's literally all in the mindset, it's all in the head, all like it's crazy how it is.
Yeah, and as the word fear, it's about an anticipation of something that
Yeah,
hasn't happened yet.
exactly.
So sometimes I go into my fact heart. Has it happened? No. It's a potential things can happen. And yes, as you're saying, not everyone loves you. And in this social media, there will always be some fake profiles or someone hating you. It's also about how to reframe, focus on the one or the persons who actually get your message, who wants to hear more. Because there will always be one or more that, oh, I don't like that. Okay, that's fair enough.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can even say, okay, they had a good point. Maybe I should adjust some things so you can use it as an input to improve yourself. I also know about visualization. Oh, I have a fear of something. How do I get to my goal? Sometimes it's because it is new, it hasn't happened yet. But when you do visualization exercises, you put things together in your mind. And the way the neural part of your mind, it connects new places, new pathways in your mind. So it gets more, okay, I've been there before, perhaps just in visualization, but you get more used to it. So visualization is a part that can help you to get across the fear and get to your goals.
Yeah, I love what you shared, Christy. Honestly, visualization is one of those techniques that really, really shifted the game for me because, as you said, change starts in the mind first. And honestly, like, it's just the consistency of seeing that dream and that thing in your head. Like, it's not just about seeing it, it's feeling like, what is this person doing? Who is this person talking by? How is it showing up? Who's clapping, who's cheering for this person. When you connect with all the senses in the visualization and just connect with some music in the background, it just gets intensifies because it gets to the emotions, and like feeling and the emotions intensifies. So visualization, as you said, is one of the very most important things to see it. And one thing I would add with visualization is not closing your eyes and saying, oh, I am going to be successful, I'm going to have this relationship. No, it's as you said, Christy, I am there. It's like watching an inner movie. Like, I'm already there. I'm already speaking on stage. I already see people clapping for me. I already hear the music in the background. I already see Miss Cruz kicking our asses to just do it and just connect to take action. Like, it's seeing yourself already in that space and time, and it gets more real, more real, more real because it's all about, subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and imagine. So when you give the subconscious like symbols and directions and the images, that's why we love images and stuff when we show, because the subconscious loves images and stuff. And that's how it goes. That's how its repetition gets in. And one thing I always say to my students about like the visualization part, like, I can now sit with people. I usually do an exercise where I like literally start giving them multiplications, like 2 times 2, 4 times 4, 5 times 5. And they reply because in our mind we are programmed to know the table numbers until like 12. But then in an instance, I tell them, okay, 13 times 9. Like, oh shit. It takes them maybe 5 minutes until they grab the calculator and just multiply it. This shows you that whatever you keep repeating in the mind, you're seeing it, you will always know the answer. So you always know the way. So it's just about, programming it. And as you said, seeing it in your mind first, then actually saying it, which is affirmations, and doing it and taking action. So yeah, it's all part of that connection piece. And as you
And
said, by the way,
even,
fear, like, fear will never go away, but you will start having high quality fears. So now, for example, I'm going to a live bootcamp. Like, shit, like here, let's say on Zoom, I can sometimes, when I used to do presentations, I can have my notes here. In the live bootcamp, I'm going to be on stage. So now I have a new fear coming up. So it will never go away, but it's just about taking that step and trusting it and just doing it, because it will, after I've done it, I'll be, wow, it wasn't that difficult, is it? That's how it goes.
and we all have the fears. Even
Yes.
before I've been on the big stages, shared the same stage as Les Brown and Marco Robinson. Was I scared? Yeah, but I rehearsed. I did my best and I learned. It was a phenomenal, amazing experience, but we learn every time. I have a motto. Nelson Mandela was the one who mentioned it as well. We win or we learn every time there is an experience. So it's not that I'm going to be successful. Success is about gaining experiences, and there will always be a new level. So it's not that fear will go away. No, it will be there forever. Fear is always a part of showing you are going out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
So it's you will grow. So it's in a way, join fear as your friend and not your enemy.
I love what you shared. Join fear as your friend 100%, because yeah, it's just about that courage and just taking that next step. Wow, I love it. Yeah, Chrissy, amazing.
Oh, it's so
And I
good
just
you're
like
going
Chrissy,
to a
like as you said,
real
you were sharing
physical
the
boot
stage,
camp.
and I
What?
was in that summit when I was in the summit where I was watching you sharing the stage, and oh boy, you crushed it. Like, and I remember you telling me, okay, hi, yeah, okay, it's gonna be a bit anxious, but the feeling after it was amazing, and you shared with all your heart and shared the presentation, and yes, it's gonna be there. Like everyone, even Tony Robbins, when he goes on stage, he says he gets fear. Everyone gets fear. It's not something, and it's something good actually. Sometimes when you have this fear, it's something good, meaning like, okay, we're getting out of the comfort zone, so something good. Like if you program fear as something good, then that's how things shift better.
Hey, in your book, or the book you've
Yes.
just published, you use the metaphor of a butterfly,
Yes.
the caterpillar, and after it can fly. How did you pick that? It's a really great metaphor.
Like honestly, one of the things that I've used to hear during the years, I heard it was honestly because like in life there are stages in life, and I truly believe that some part of us has to die for the other part to shine. When I say part of us has to die, meaning the old commitments, the old emotional baggages, the old beliefs, the old promises we've done to ourselves, there is a time when this chapter has to be closed for us to open a new chapter and have a room to the new chapter. Because like the caterpillar, like the beautiful part of the caterpillar becomes and gets into a cocoon and shows up to a beautiful butterfly. And eventually, this shift is difficult, but it turns out to be a beautiful butterfly. And it had to go to those stages of going back. It's kind of like the snake as well. Snake has the same thing. Snake, once a year, I think they shed their old skin. They don't
Yeah,
wear their old snake backs. The same goes to life. If we keep showing up the same way we were, we will never advance. And there's a quote, because you were sharing this, there's a quote that I created and I used in the book. And it goes along the lines of, which I said, to create that next phenomenal, remarkable, and outstanding chapter of your life, you must be brave enough to close the current one you are rooted in. And that's a quote I created with the help of people as well. So, literally, to go to that next level, you have to start letting go of these things, letting go and just literally dump them and flush them out of your system, because eventually new things have to show up. So, if I want to set a goal, I have to be committed to this new goal. And it literally is about getting into that, let's say, caterpillar stage slash butterfly together in that level. And I like, you can't have both. You have to let go of that old person, because literally you must let go of who you are to grow and step and lean into who you are meant to be. Otherwise, you'll never grow. You'll stay
and you
stuck in
have to
that point.
prioritize as well, because can we have everything? If you want A and B and it's at the same time, you have to choose. So
Exactly.
what you're talking about is also about choosing. Because
100%.
like when people are, getting in a habit of more exercise, they have to get rid of some couch hours and do some exercise hours. So it's all about, what do I choose? And you can choose every day. It's habits. How to make a routine end up being a new habit. So you have to choose the new you, the new identity. And yes, be consistent, because otherwise you fall back into old habits.
I love what you shared, Christy, because yeah, it's all about those steps and habits and routines, and a lot of people I think don't even start because they feel like, I have some clients where they used to start like, okay, I'm gonna start doing like 500 squats a day. I'm like, I'm not asking you to do 500, but it's just about starting out, do 10 to 15. It's just about tricking the mind that things are going on. As you said, it becomes a habit eventually. People tell you after 60, 90 days, like So it's just about, for me, it's a habit when you get bored doing it, and it's just part of your life. That's where you know, oh wow, it's a habit. I like it, I don't like it, I'm doing it. That's where I really like it. Yeah, I'm just doing it.
Hey, is it easy to do, to change and get into a new thing, get over your fear? Do you think it is easy?
I would tell you it's a difficult journey. But when I say difficult, I don't want to say use the word difficult, let's say challenging. See, because actually about the challenging and difficult, and thank you for showing this up, because remember you, Christina, always used to like remind me of these stuff as well. Like the funny thing is, for each word in the English language, literally there are maybe 20 other different words that we can use that sound
Yeah.
really better. Like instead of you say, when I said difficult, the energy was really difficult. I would say challenging, because challenging for me is a nice word. It shows that there are ups and downs. There are going to be some excitement going in. It never is an easy journey. It's a challenging journey, but it's so much rewarding, because the challenge part of it, it gets you more excited to do the next step, the next step, the next step. I would say it's a challenging one, because I'm still in the process of shifting, going here, doing live boot camps, and even changing my niche a bit, and getting to licensing and stuff. And I would say it's just really rewarding, mentally,
I
physically,
love the word
emotionally.
rewarding.
Yeah, it's really
It's about
rewarding.
what do you get? What do one
Exactly.
person get out of it?
Exactly.
Perhaps it is difficult, it's hard, but it's also about the words. Because challenging, it's more like, okay, competition. Some people actually like competition and get more
Exactly.
excited. And you also mentioned earlier about surround yourself, get an accountability partner, get someone to do it with. Some people don't like being alone on a journey. Then find some equal minded to go on this journey together with you. It makes it more fun. And
Exactly.
I'm all
Ah, you
about
said it.
having fun in life to get to our goals faster and not just, oh, busy, busy. I'm a mom of 4 small kids, so sometimes it is busy, but it can be fun as well.
It's a fun journey, and you've asked a question that is amazing. And I remember, I don't know if it was maybe Tony Robbins' last summit with Dean, and Tony asked, like, what is life for you? And as you said, Christina, people said life is a challenge, life is a battle, life is I don't know what, life is, and then someone said life is a party. So like, it all depends on how you see it. The words you use, it all depends on how you like. It's all about the challenging part of it, but the exciting moment of it. So yeah, it's what we make out of it. It's what we make, because like, we don't know what happens tomorrow, the next, like, it's literally what we make out of it, and just how to take those daily actions and commitments and enjoy life. As you said, it's all about the enjoyment, fun piece about it.
Oh, remember the quote about sometimes it can be hard today, but easier tomorrow. But some choose easy today and hard tomorrow. So it's about what to do because, yes, we all have to do some moves today or tasks. Not all are, yay, fun, but we can perhaps make joy another task and say, okay, when I do this, I can make this afterwards. And then it's fun. So look forward to. We all have those tasks. Life is not just funny tasks, but you can make them funnier and always have some breaks and think about it. Okay, afterwards, yes, I will do that visualization and listening to some of your meditation. I love hearing your voice when you talk about visualize, do that. So if some of you out there have able to hear Haig, he has a beautiful voice when he does those.
And I really appreciate you for that, honestly, Christy, because you know how much I love and appreciate you and the work that you do, and like this connection, as Christy's telling you guys, connect with people. Like, me and her are in the same different programs as well, and we're always looking for the next step and next step, and like, it's just about really growing together, having the accountability, just showing up and taking action, and things will start showing. And I believe that life will send you things that will naturally gravitate towards you, the circumstances, situations, events, relationships. Once you start showing up and work on yourself, everything shows up. And you said something that is very powerful, Christy, and she said it in a beautiful way. It's all about the questions we ask ourselves. And Tony always talks about, the quality of your life is quality of the questions. And you said it beautifully. How can I make it more fun? See, guys, sometimes I think we ask the wrong questions. Like, yeah, it's not fun. but she shifted it. How can I make it more fun? How can I become more successful? How can I attract that relationship that I want? How can I attract the business that I want? How can I reach the person and get the call? Like when you start asking these high quality questions, your mind will start contemplating, oh, instead of saying, yeah, it's difficult, I don't know how to do it, shift it to, how can I make it work? How can I attract more leads? How can I write a chapter? How then shifting the how to who? Okay, who did it? Oh, Chrissy did it. Chrissy's a Miss Efficiency Coach. She's a mother of four and she's an efficiency coach and she's doing, oh, let me reach out. Chrissy, please help me out. So guys, honestly, I honestly believe in the power of questions, the power of support, and just shifting those mini mindset things. And let me tell you, like a lot of stuff that I share comes from my journey and from what I learned from Tony and from Christian. Like it's not a competition. It's like we all help each other out. I hear some things from Christy that are valuable. I take and use in my presentations. Same way if Christy hears something from Dean hears from Tony. Like it's the power of connection. It's not like, okay, it's yours, leave it here. It's just the ripple effect of it, and that's what me and Chrissy are here to do, and everyone's here to just do the ripple effect. So yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
beautiful that you
love
shared
the
this.
word about the ripple effect. So if we sum up what we've talked about, I'm just reading some of my notes, we talk about another level. Yes,
Yes,
we all have fears, and the fear will be with us. Fear will change, but we can always feel the fear. It's
exactly.
just at with what level. We are either growing or dying. So yes, instead of thinking, oh, I'm afraid, ask for permission and approval. It's okay to ask for support. It actually shows that we are strong enough to ask. And as you just said, it's all about, I've even done an earlier podcast about use the word, how can I do this? Because sometimes people, it could be like tech wise. I don't know tech. No, but who can help me? No one expects you as an individual to know everything. No, but who can help me? Is there a community? It could be your friends. It could be in this virtual space. Someone knows about it. So the question is that, what if I'm in the same spot 5 years from now? Really powerful question. And that shifted for you a lot. It would shift for me a lot. I've had the same question as well. Using visualization, the new chapter. If you need a breakthrough, you need to let go of something.
Exactly.
I've also learned about the word letting go, losing. That is some part of our brain, subconscious, that don't like it. Do you like to lose a thing? No, but you like to gain a better body instead of losing weight. So it's about find new words, reframe it. It could mean a lot. So the questions is so superb. Ask better questions. That is such a powerful thing.
I
Are there
know
any
because
tips you want
sometimes,
to add?
yeah, so because sometimes a lot of people, like you say, I don't know the how. Like when I say about us, like how can I make it work? It's not about knowing how to do it. It's shifting it to who did it for us. Like who has this life that I can go. But sometimes when I say how, like how can I make this work instead of, oh, I don't know how to do it. So as you said, it's all about the questions, asking the right question. And your mind is like, the funny thing is our mind is like Google. When I start asking the right question, oh shit, it will start searching for answers, and like it's just getting us really the I ask questions, and actually like even Russell Brunson and Tony Robbins, a lot of times they answered and told people, yeah, ask more high quality questions, because really questions are the answers if you think about it. Like ask the right question, a lot of things can happen.
And as I have a lot of clients who are in the perfectionist, and they could be asking questions and keep on asking.
Yes.
Sometimes make a time box. Ask the questions for like saying 30 minutes, an hour, but don't keep asking questions 24 hours. At some point, do your best in the time that is available and then make a draft and then you can improve later on. So it's important to create and not just asking questions. So that is a pinpoint from some of my expertise there.
I love it.
So if people want to hear more from you, yes, below this, either if you're listening on the podcast or seeing the videos, you can see some information below. And if you What if people want to read your book, Haig? Should
Well,
we put
yeah.
it down below?
Definitely. Like if we because we've had different links from, you know, like the US link, the UK link, and they're all on Kindle on Amazon. I can definitely share them with you. And if they didn't work, we also have a link because where I am right now in Jordan, I couldn't even buy the Kindle version because I don't know what's happening with like the Amazon stuff, but there's like literally the website, people can literally just go. It's like the ebook is a $2.99, like it's relatively very cheap, very reasonable. Like it's nice an ebook, and of course there is the hard copy, whoever wants it. But I think like even the ebook is beautiful. People just can go. It's like 150 pages. It's a digital copy for like $2.99, and it's yeah, people can definitely go to and check it out. So I can
Yeah,
share the links with you as well.
we'll make some
It's
links
like
below,
11
and then you can find
authors.
out where you
Yeah,
can buy it in your region because there can be taxes and a lot of that.
exactly,
But we'll share the book's name
definitely,
and
definitely.
look forward to perhaps new books or new things, Haig.
100%. New things unfolding. Yeah, I'm excited to what's coming. As I was telling Chris like before this call, like even if you feel like life is going good, but then you feel like there's a calling, it's like something is showing up more than once. It's there for a reason. It's there for us to figure out this out. And like I'm telling Christy, there's something connecting in my mind, and I'm trying to get the hang on. I still don't know how. See, I don't know how, but I'm shifting it to who can help me get there. Who can? And asking the who, I already started connecting with different people, and I'm getting some answers. Showing people like I also am I have something's coming up and I'm trying to work on it. And it's just about asking the right questions. And I know with time, because I'm taking action, life will reward me. And it's a very rewarding journey. So like I would tell people also like to think about the long-term horizon. Just think about the long-term thing. Don't think about like the short term or stuff. Just think about long-term and answer the call because God sent you the call for you to answer it and pick it up and take action on it. So yeah, I would say.
I have a quote about you can hear on Haig's voice. He's very excited. He's
Yes.
burning. He loves what he's doing, and so do I. So I have a quote about your identity is the destiny of your legacy. So really find your uniqueness because don't, oh, that's just me. No, there is something good in all of us.
Exactly.
Find focus and then use a lot of tools and techniques, but go find your legacy. So, Haig, your famous quote, will you read it up again?
Definitely. The code that I wrote in the book.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really great way to end this. So,
Yes.
follow me on this channel for more, and I hope to hear Haig at another time.
I
I'd
would
love
love
to
to,
have you back.
Christy. And you know how much I appreciate you. I love what you do, and I love the word and the things that you inspire people with. And like I'm always inspired by you, or by your posting, by your challenging. And one other thing I would tell about Christy, which I love, is she plays with fear. So she like if we're like 50 people in the room and they tell us, okay, guys, today's homework to do a video, today's homework to do something new. She's the first person to just test things out. And I would just tell you that's why I get inspired with you, Christy. Thank you. Because you always, have just show up quickly, make others feel okay, Tomo, let's do it again.
And
So
I
yeah,
still have fear, so we all fear them.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
so
And
let's
yeah,
end up this and
yes.
famous quote by Haig himself.
And it took maybe 15, 20 versions of different people and help themselves. So I would say the quote to end by is to create that next phenomenal, remarkable, and outstanding chapter of your life. You must be brave enough to close the current chapter you are rooted in. So we always have to go to the next level. So
Thanks hearing from you.
I appreciate you so much, Christy. Honestly.
See more of you.
Love ya.